This is me remembering I gotta plug my headset in. Ooh, I'm getting an echo. Hmm. What's that? Hello, 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 hello. Oh, wait, that was me echoing. Much better now. How is that on my end or your end? Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same configuration here, so. What is this? Yeah, it sounded like scritching and scrabbling. Oh, maybe something blowing up. Sounded like someone lit a wagon on fire, and it was surprisingly coated in gasoline. It was the bad guy's wagon. Let's see if Cooch has an echo and is upside down. Was that dragon roaring? We won the day.
Do I have an echo?
Yes. Are you upside down? I was upside down, apparently.
Word. I want to fuck your mother.
Are we live?
Yeah.
A roll.
Huzzah.
¿Dónde está el DM?
I want this to be louder.
I know last week for us the music was fine, I think, but I watching it back, the music was a lot quieter. It seemed. Could have just been me.
Yeah, it's probably some of it has to do with being in your Discord instance. You can change the volume in your Discord. I control the volume on the stream.
Like your earrings.
I try.
You guys get any sleep last night? Last week was a little rough for you guys.
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, good.
I got extra sleep last night because I went golfing with Scott, and my upper back was telling me, "Hey, you need to chill out today." So, so then we all got together, and I went to bed when the kids went to bed last night. So, real adulting.
Yeah, the other end of that spectrum is kids had a performance last night and then had a little like they had to do the takedown and had a little cast party afterwards. So they didn't get home until after 11. So it was probably close to 1 before I went to bed.
Yeesh. Good times.
Now you're out next week, correct? Next Sunday, Cooch? I think I had a note. You said you were out the 24th.
Feels right. See what my schedule looks like here. Yeah, I'm out next week. Yeah, this is what my next 4 weeks looks like. So I'm out next Sunday. I'm available on Halloween. And then I'm out that next... Well, maybe not. I'll be in Florida, so I could broadcast from Florida, probably.
And the week after that is grand finale for Vivictus on the 14th.
Dungeons Palooza. Yeah, I didn't talk to John about how that was going to go. Are we going to broadcast this and then get together at 11?
I think he had mentioned of maybe doing a recap show on the morning stream, so it was a little less intense.
Got it.
But because you'll be coming in hot from Florida. That was kind of a pun.
Yep. That's true.
So,
What's going on Sunday?
So
I see you've been paying attention.
next week, I'm going to be in Sturgeon Bay without access to my laptop. So.
That's right. And then did I hear something about the week after? Possibly not, or we are?
So the week after is Halloween, and I think everybody's good unless there's Halloween issues.
Okay.
And then the week after that is, I think, the 7th. And if Ryan is in, he's broadcasting on remote.
From Florida.
Florida. I want sound effects to be louder.
Morning, John.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Echo.
You got an echo.
You have an echo.
Echo.
Okay,
Hey,
you did literally the same thing as Jeff did.
That's awesome.
And now no more echo.
Stick my mouse over here.
You are going to have to talk louder, though.
Yeah, I'm mumbling, so it is what it is. I'm taking notes on the tests of the Frost Maiden, so. And eating some delicious pulled pork and scrambled eggs with barbecue sauce that my girlfriend made me for breakfast.
She does care.
Yes, she does. She is a winner.
Sounds like
I keep her.
Fantastic voyage.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on and ride on a fantastic slide. I found out I'm going to see Puddle of Mud on November 20th. It's going to be awesome.
All right. That should be a good time.
Yeah.
They're
good.
still a band?
Yeah. They just released an album. Their singer nearly died of a drug overdose, and he's gotten himself clean, and now he just wants to share his story with everyone. So they're touring all over the place. He's hoping people find comfort and connection in their latest album and stuff. I was reading an article about it. I was like, dang.
He's not gonna try to tell me about his Lord and Savior.
My axe in your face?
Yeah.
You may. You may.
Impossible. Who knows? I don't care as long as they sing Blurry and She Hates Me. And
Either way, it'll be a whole lot of fun, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Happy mosh pitting.
Genius, say some words.
I'm saying words.
Coach, say
Am
some
I breaking
words.
up? Am I good?
You're good.
Words are being said by Ryan K.
Ryan A.
Right? Eh?
Eh?
Words are being said by Ryan. Eh?
Eh?
When did this turn into a Canadian podcast?
About 300 miles north of here.
I said when, not where.
Oh. Yes.
When will that be then? Soon.
Oh, today's going to be a fun show, I have a feeling.
As opposed to any other show.
That's true. That is true.
Alright, I think.
You think? Did you hurt yourself?
I did, that's why I stopped talking.
Fair enough.
Good choice.
Alright, I'm ready if you nerds are ready.
Yeah, I want to try one thing real quick. I don't know if it'll work.
I like how he says, yeah, and then I'm going to try one thing real quick. Are you ready? Yeah, but wait.
Give me 1 second. I want to try and do.
You want to put your mic a little closer to your mouth there, John?
I can put my mic a little closer to my mouth. Is that any better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Put your mom closer to my mouth.
Alright, have fun with that.
I guess it's a thing.
I sure hope she doesn't watch.
Hi, Mrs. Norman.
If she does. Maybe she's in the process of texting Ryan.
I doubt it.
Said, hey, our relationship was supposed to be secret. You're broadcasting to the world.
I mean, if she is listening, I would really like some of your famous muffins. So,
Some chocolate chip cookies.
Actually, I think she's going to be making me some monkey bread soon. Ooh, yeah.
As he scratches his chest. Monkey bread.
Alright. I need
sounds
coffee.
amazing.
Alright. Coffee and then go. Pee if you have to.
Okay.
This is like last
I
call
don't
at a
know.
bar all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know. And then he pointed at the screen like, is it live? And he's just messing with John. I have no idea. That'd be about right, though.
We haven't done the title sequence yet, so... You guys, so your kids had a play or something?
Yeah, they had fall play. They did it. They actually did it out on the track on the out on the football field, so it could be
Wow.
outside and stuff. So
it was freezing cold.
yeah, and obviously the bleachers are metal, so you know it's probably warmer for them than the ones sitting in the stands. But they did live stream it, so we were able to catch it from home too.
That's awesome.
I can't believe I almost forgot my coffee.
Oh, that would have been... I warmed mine up. So. I got a bigger mug today, so I won't run out midstream. I really got to grab my big blue D&D mug from the apartment, is what I got to do. And bring it over here.
Yeah?
Yes. Let's scroll up here. Oh god, what the hell did I do? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Two Nerds, One Quest. I am your host and DM, JC, here bringing you all the fun and craziness with these three nerds because math is hard. The first man pumping the fists and dancing to the beat, that's one Tom M. Norman. How you doing this morning, buddy?
I am feeling much better than I was last Sunday.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am ready for D&D. I am fired up for these
I am totally
trials.
ready for undead stuff because I went to the zombie shoot last night.
Oh, yeah?
That was fun. Yeah. That other voice you hear, ha in there is one Ryan Crixus Kukta. How you doing this morning, bud?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to rock and roll.
So you're not like Tom Norman last week?
Nope.
Not at all.
I've got all the energy in the world.
Right on. And the man, the myth, the legend, the limerick maestro, the lore master, the lazy dragon, with the cheer, one Jeff Doc Williams. How you doing this morning, bud?
I'm doing well. My connection seems a little spotty, but I'm doing well.
That's just me. I'm So, what were we
Sounds
doing
about
last
right.
time? What were we doing last time, Jeff?
All right, let me stop me if I get too robotic.
If we've heard this one?
So we met a walrus named Akuma, who explained all what was going on in the basement of the fortress. There was different doors that had trials behind them, a tomb, and a vault. So we went for the vault first, fought some frost giant skeletons, one of which was laughing hysterically on the ground. Had more problems with doors, but found our way into the frost giant queen's crypt. And the next door found the axe that was hers at Doc attuned to, and it shrunk down and became dwarven size. And I think the biggest thing we learned last week is that Aronan is proving his superlative position. He is the strongest when it comes to doors, and he does come up with some pretty smart ideas. So we left off last episode fading to black with Doc walking out with the axe, leaving his previous axe behind. And your limerick for the week. Akuma treats us as guests and tells us about the 4 tests: cruelty, isolation, endurance, ervation, but one must pass all, he suggests.
Nice.
Nice.
Well done, sir. Well done. All right. So, we kind of left with Aronan and Crixus watching Doc walk out of the room, staring at this new axe he has. Not only did it shrink down to his size, he seems enthralled with this axe. So much so, he left Bulwark Smasher leaning against the wall. So Crixus, you're kind of looking at the axe sitting there on the wall. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm gonna look back at Doc and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Doc, I don't think we should leave that one here."
That's okay. I got a new one.
All right, Crixus is gonna go fetch the other axe just in case. And
Okay. You do anything, Aronan?
Trying to think. I was searching the. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I searched the area already, right?
Yeah. And searched her, the skeleton guards. There was some gems on her inner tomb. You looked at that before you guys went back to this room. In this room, all that was in this room was the axe. What was it? There was a list of stuff that was back here. But everything, the shield was back here, but that is like 15 feet tall and
Yeah, there's nothing that we can take, so I'm
nothing that looks of any value to you.
I'm gonna go back and look at the gems for the queen that's encased in ice.
Yeah. The block of ice is incredibly thick. What are the dimensions of it? It had it in here.
And I'm gonna yell over to Crixus. Hey, can your flames take care of this ice?
And Crixus would say, although there is power, it is mostly the energy of light. We would be here for days.
I want those gems. Fine. Maybe the trials will reward us better.
We can consider while we're doing the trials, perhaps.
I don't want to walk away with this with a t-shirt that says I came to the Frost Giant castle and all I got was this stupid axe. And I didn't even get it.
So you guys walk out into the main ice rink there.
Yep.
You walk out and
I'm actually going to run in and belly slide just because it looked like
you're going to run and belly slide out there?
Yeah.
So Aronan takes a running start and belly slides. Aronan, what you don't realize is that the walrus is still playing out there. So when you go to belly slide, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not run into him because you're not going to be able to stop yourself now at this point. You got a full head of steam.
9.
No, about halfway through the middle of your ride, because of this fog that's also 2 feet off the ground, you run smack dab in him, and he takes you over into the wall, and the two of you hit that wall, and you're going to take
Yep.
2 points of bludgeoning damage as your shoulder hits the wall. He stops and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, I didn't see you there. You were in the fog."
Aronan, you did heal up some during the short rest, yes?
Yeah. I was
Okay,
at
good.
49 to 52. Now I'm at 47 to 52.
Hmm.
I am going to go. Shit. Get up.
Where? I mean, that seems like a random thing to do.
No.
May I
I'm
please
not.
use an alcove?
I'm not wearing the bronze shorts right now.
And you can tell. No. Do you guys find what you were looking for in the tomb?
I don't know. We found a queen.
Oh, yeah, Vesviken.
Yeah. What's why is she encased in ice?
She's dead.
Well,
They
no
entombed
fucking
her.
shit. No shit.
Good answer. Good answer.
That
Survey
sounds-
says.
Yeah. Number 1 on
That's
the
how they-
board.
Chose to preserve the queen.
Is that normal?
There hasn't been a queen since. I wouldn't know.
How do we break
Good
through the
point.
ice? Can we break through the ice?
Dice. You have something sharp? Pickaxe? Anything?
So nothing that would take less than a full day to get through.
Doc, you could try your new axe.
Doc will look up from polishing the axe, and then look back at the axe and continue polishing.
Man, we are turning into a shit show. Side
Seems
talk.
your friend there found a new friend.
It's
I'm
all
sure
fun and
it's
games.
just shiny and he likes it.
Isn't that a good enough reason? Shiny.
It's all fun and games until he
Indeed.
etches a face on it. Calls it Mildred.
Well, I was gonna name it Wilson.
Nice.
Well played, sir.
Maybe wait until you get to the test of isolation.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of tests, he looks up at the three of you. So, are you gonna try your hand at the tests?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yep, that's...
Yeah.
Is there one we have to start with? Or can we just pick a door or any door and go right in?
Pick a door. Any door.
All right, let's
Well,
try this.
with Valine, there's 4 of us and 4 doors. We could each take a door.
Yeah, but remember, one person has to win them all.
That's true. You're
one
so smart.
One person to win them all.
Aronon's on quite a winning streak. Hopefully we can help him.
Well, I mean, it's just a given that I'm going to make it through. I just hope you guys do. All right, I'm just going to go to the... which wall was I smashed against?
The east wall and the stairs.
All right,
Or I
I'm
mean
just-
west wall. Sorry, west wall.
All right, I'm going to go to the one that's right next to the stairs then.
that northwest corner.
Yeah, the northwest corner.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do the west wing.
Northwest corner is 16, G16.
Hit.
Okay. So, you enter the first chamber. In that chamber, there's elaborate panoramas of like winter scenes, and set into the back walls a door. And inscribed above the door is the word cruelty. And it's kind of there's like this relief ribbon looking thing, and it just says cruelty over the top of it.
I'm going to push on the door.
You push on the door opens. Instantly, when the door opens, you're surrounded by this flurry of snow and ice and wind, and you can't see. There's blowing air in your ears. And as it all slowly calms down, you're standing at the edge. You find yourself standing at the edge of a camp. The wind doesn't die down. You're in a blizzard, a raging blizzard. The camp is in front of you. It's occupied by a tribe. Some of the heraldry and stuff, what you can't see through the wind, you see like a bearskin head hanging on the top of one of the tents and stuff, and there are bearskins down the sides of the tent used for warmth. Most of it's buried below the snow. What would you like to do? There is one tent that's larger than the others, and very clearly seems like it would be a leader's tent.
So, does it look like we're in a room, or does it actually look like we just
No,
stepped into
you
the
look like
outside?
you're outside now. It feels like you're outside. It feels like you got teleported, and you're standing outside somewhere now.
We're in the holodeck.
Nice.
It feels a bit more real than the holodeck. Although that does feel real until you turn it off, correct? So, I don't know. I'm not a Trekkie.
I am going to Are there trees we can kind of walk through?
No.
Like kind of.
It
Just
is
all open.
open plain of snow, wind. You hear some raised voices coming from the leader's tent. But that's
Do
all you
we
hear.
do we understand the language?
Yeah, they're speaking common. You can't make out what they're saying though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna march in. I'm gonna go right to the leader's tent.
As Aronan walks away from you, Crixus and Doc and Valine, you notice there's a little snowflake symbol above his head.
Mm.
Then you turn and look, Doc, you turn and look at Crixus, Crixus, you turn and look at Doc, and you see you guys each have one too, so does Valine.
Is it so? It's like the video game thing where when
Yeah.
you go.
Like a quest marker or
Yeah.
this is your character symbol. Yeah, you all have one of those, the snowflake above your head, just glowing.
Yeah, we're
faintly.
Sims now.
Is it all the same?
Yep, every one of yours is exactly the same. Yeah, you can make a religion check.
Sure.
Doc will not make a religion
20.
check. He doesn't care.
That's appropriate that the cleric makes a good religion check.
I wouldn't have even noticed at this point.
Yep. Yeah, because you walked away. You just kind of walked away thinking about it. Crixus, you recognize this. You know very clearly that this is the symbol of the Frost Maiden. This is Arl's holy symbol.
I've seen this a couple times while we've been north, and I already inquired about it. That appears to be the symbol of the Frost Maiden. I'll tell Doc while he's still there.
Okay. And Valine nods and says, yeah, you are correct. Should we go with him? Follow him into the camp. And you nod and she starts walking in. Where do you go, Aronan?
I'm headed to the leader's tent.
Okay. When you flip open the flap to the leader's tent, they instantly stop arguing. You heard someone say, "You can't just do that." And you flip the tent open, and they get very quiet, and you guys all shuffle in one at a time. And a large man in a bear skin hat, and the fur kind of comes down the back, turns and looks at you, his long beard with beads woven in it, turns and, who are you?
Have
The
you not?
Frost Maiden sent you.
Have you not heard the stories of Aronan the Great, Dragon
I have
Slayer,
not.
Frost Giant Killer?
Emissary of the Frost Maiden, and he points at the floating snowflake above your head.
If I tilt my head back, does it go with my head or does it just stay above me?
It just stays there.
Okay. I'm gonna tip my head back and look up. And, like, I'm gonna look at everybody else and be like, "The hell's this?"
Part of the test.
And I'm gonna turn back to him and say, "We are not with the Frost Maiden.
But you
You're
bear her
not-
symbol.
We walked through
Either
the-
way, you are impartial and of the goddess. Maybe you could help us in this situation. We are running low on food.
Yes, we can help. We're smart.
These are our four
Do we have
eldest
food?
members. And he points beyond the table and you guys have failed to see this yet because they're kind of obscured by the table. But there are four elders of this tribe on their knees, bound at the wrist and ankles. He looks at you clearly. He says, "We ran out of food 2 days ago. We need food. These are our eldest members, have lived long lives. We are going to kill them for food. We can't go anywhere in this blizzard. We are stuck here. Going in this blizzard, somewhere in this blizzard would be death."
And what do you want us to do about it?
Explain to this youngin that it is the only way. It is the only choice we have. Wildlife is bedded down. We can't find any. We can't send a hunting party out. They will end up dead in this blizzard.
So you want me to explain to the kid?
And you look, and the kid is like a 20-year-old guy, and he's like, you can't go murdering tribes members.
And then there's me, fresh out of pocket bacon.
You guys want some cookies?
Maybe if you do it, then no one in the tribe has done it, and the tribe won't turn against itself, and we can say it was Aurel that provided us bounty.
Sounds like
kill the elders for us.
Sounds like you're looking for an excuse to kill your leaders.
I have excuse. We need food. It is the only way to get food at this point. It is cruel, yes, but it is the only way to get food at this point.
I do not kill on a whim. Let me confer with the other oral lights. I'm gonna turn around and.
Did you just say Oralites?
I did. You guys discuss whether we should do this or not. I'll be right back.
So Aronan turns around and looks at the two of you guys and says, "What do you think?"
I'm going to turn to Valine and say, on its face, I don't see a better resolution to this situation. Do you?
No.
Unless you've got a pile of rations in your handbag, this may be the best outcome for them.
Doc is kind of trying to figure this all out. Like, do we think this is a made-up thing that we're like part of the test, or is this like part of the test is getting thrown into a real place, and these are real people? Because one seems like a moral dilemma, and the other seems like a figment of our imagination.
Well, we have to assume at this point that it's real. Right? We have to make that assumption. I mean, who are we to step in the way of this tribe's hunger? I don't know.
I mean, make a difference knowing that or believing that it's a test versus not. If we would have just walked on this in the middle of our travels.
Well, I am not going to feel good or bad about it either way.
Very interesting.
The question is, go ahead.
I don't know that we should provide them with the scapegoat to this moral choice.
Correct. I think it has to be them. We can, I don't know, pretend to give Oral's blessing, do some sort of something, and say Godspeed and have at it.
Can I consult with the professor orb?
Sure. Pull the orb out?
Yep, I'm gonna open that up and just make sure he doesn't bound out and say, are you familiar with this scenario?
Where are we?
We are in the midst of an encampment. We seem to be have been transported outside of the castle walls.
Haha. Okay. How are we transported outside the walls? What's going on?
We have
Where's Valine?
entered. We have
Valine says,
entered
"I'm
4
here."
tests.
4 tests.
Yes, tests of our metal, it appears, within the Frost Giant Castle.
Ooh. Do they have names?
Such as the test of cruelty we are currently enduring.
So it's a test for you about your cruelty. Seems to
would
pass
seem
one's
so.
test, they would have to be cruel. Right?
Oh, so we have to be cruel? I mean, I can do that too.
I mean, it
Don't know.
would feel
Makes sense.
it would feel as though the cruelest situation would be to do nothing in this situation.
Oh, damn it.
Mm.
Now you have me second
Keep
guessing
bringing up
myself.
intelligence. Can I have a consultation with NASA's ghost that's possessing me and the Weasel? And just kind of asking the same question, like, what do you think about all this? You're seeing through my eyes.
You don't want to ask your axe?
I have not seen this test. I have not heard about this test.
Mm.
But if it is a test of cruelty, and if it is a test of you, one would think you would have to be cruel to pass it.
Mm.
I suppose the cruelest thing would be to let them starve.
Can you get me that orb?
You want the orb?
Yeah. I just don't want Valine to have it. Doc, make a perception check. Or not Doc, Crixus, make a perception check. Because you're kind of having the conversation with the orb. But Doc just said something. I don't want to see if you picked up what he said.
I do not.
Nope. You're too involved in your conversation with the orb. Okay.
Yeah, Doc will look at the orb and kind of like, I mean, I feel it's just as good in Crixus's hands as in mine.
Sounds good. Go grab it.
That was an interesting twist of logic. What is the what would be the skill of being on the receiving side of a persuasion check?
Insight.
All right, I will go insight to see if I.
Trying to figure out what she wants.
Yeah,
you have
no,
no clue.
I believe it.
You just know she wants
sure,
it.
yeah.
That's all you know.
Yeah, that's going for. She's saying I should do it, and I'm not having a good reason why not to. I'll go try to collect the orb, I guess.
In the middle of your conversation with the orb, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Crixus. As Doc suddenly comes over and reaches out for the orb. And Doc's, you try and pull it away and proceed to drop it on the floor, and Doc snatches it up real quick. What do you do with it, Doc? What do you say anything? Crixus? Play.
For the audience, we've rolled like 2 2s in a row.
Yeah.
2
It's been
insight
bad.
checks, so Doc thinks it's a great idea, and then the dex save was a 2. So, yeah, we should
Doc
announce
is
the
just gonna
rolls.
like tuck it under his arm like a football and just kind of stare around like, what are we waiting for?
And I'm gonna turn to Doc and say, Doc, I don't know what your intent is, but the orb is better in our hands right now.
Right. That's why I'm.
Yes.
I got it.
Yes, it's in my hands.
Yes.
Good.
I can just
Put
imagine
it in your
that
bag.
the tribesmen right now are watching like this huddle of people like stealing things from each other and
No, their argument's getting more and more heated,
Right.
and they're starting to yell at each other again.
all right, I'm gonna turn around and
She
say
said.
throw my hands in the air and yell, "Silence!"
Make an intimidation check.
Did she say stick it in the bag?
Yeah, she said stick it in.
Okay. I will
Natty
make an
1 for
attempt
2.
They keep arguing.
Put it in my backpack.
Okay, yeah, you put the orb in the backpack. As you're putting the orb in the backpack, you can hear yelling, "Hey, what? Not, ow!"
Yeah, he wasn't being helpful anyway.
Crixus, do you try and stop him at all during that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching intently to making sure he's securing it.
Mm-hmm. He puts it in his
I've
bag.
already said my piece, and I'm not about to battle Doc over this.
Okay.
Not in melee range, anyway.
Yeah, right.
We're in a tent.
Yeah.
I didn't ask how big the tent was. I said I would like to rage.
All right, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and step in between all of the people arguing.
Okay, it's just two.
It's-
It's just the young kid, and you push your way in between them, and that gets their attention.
Yeah, and I'm
What do you
gonna put, kind of put my hands out,
Yep.
stand between them, and say, "We can do nothing about this. We cannot intervene. We cannot interfere. Nor can we let you kill these old men. You must find another way."
And the chief goes, see, or the young kid's like, see, Frost Maiden says we shouldn't kill him.
Mm.
And the other one's like, no, it's the only way to have food. Condemn the tribe to death without killing the elders. We need food.
I'm going to take out my dagger and walk over to the elders and start cutting their ropes.
I'm gonna ask Nas how long or how much she cares about the weasel. If that would be enough food for the tribe for a little while.
The weasel probably won't feed them. The second he dies, he's gonna go poof. He's my friend.
Good to know. And then Doc will look over and eye the owl sitting on Valine's shoulder with a.
Valine is watching Aronan closely as Aronon's cutting the rope, the bonds of the prisoners. Aronan, when you get to the fourth prisoner and you cut the bonds, there is a swirl of snow and haze and blowing wind, and as that kind of dies down, you find yourself standing in the room before the door again. It says Cruelty above it.
Did we win?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was going to look around and say, did we pass?
There's
So
nothing that indicates that you did.
What's that?
There's nothing that indicates that you did.
Do we still have snowflakes?
No, your snowflakes are gone.
We're in the room or we're on the outside of the room?
You're on the outside of the room.
In
When
front
you
of the
open
door
the-
again.
In front of the door.
Okay. Well, we're not dead. Let's try one of the other trials, and if we succeed and we get some kind of confetti fanfare, then we know we have to go back and do it again.
Makes sense.
So where do you head?
I'm gonna start walking to the southwest one.
Southwest. So you get into the southwest one, which is 19.
Actually, as we're walking, I'm gonna yell to the walrus,
He's sliding by you guys, and as he goes sliding by, this time he's going, "Goo goo gajoo, goo goo gajoo." It's the far wall. It's the wall. He goes, "Yeah, I'm the walrus. What?"
I love it.
Akuma.
Come here.
He kind of gently is kind of doing a bouncing waddle. You hear his fins like slapping the ice. Yeah.
Are we supposed to know? How do we know if we passed one of these trials?
I don't know. I've never done one. Were
Right.
you? You went there. Were you cruel?
I don't know.
You
If you
left
don't
them
know,
to
then you
starve,
probably weren't.
so
Guessing.
leaving them to die is pretty cruel.
I was gonna say I'm gonna explain it to him, and ask him if he thinks it's cruel.
You like
That sounds merciful. You let the prisoners free.
But everybody
Killing the prisoners would have been cruel.
God damn it!
You intervened with an act of mercy. That's what it. But I'm just a walrus, so don't mind me.
I'm gonna look at everybody else and say, "Do we just go back in and do it over?"
to me the
Well-
cruelest thing is to leave them to their own designs.
Well, if we failed the test, it doesn't make sense to do the other tests, so we should probably figure it out. What if
Well, I mean, nothing happened
math
if we
is math
failed.
is hard? What
Nothing
if
happened
two
if
of
we
us go back in and do something different? Then at least we got a 50% chance of someone being successful.
All right. I'll go back in. Crixus, why don't you come with me?
Nope. See, Crixus doesn't have the orb anymore, and I'm not trying to leave Doc outside with Valine and the orb.
That was like the smartest thing ever.
Fine.
I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun. This Tatooine DM's fun.
Let's go, Doc.
Come on, Valine.
All right.
So,
Can you go open that door again?
yep.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going in.
Who's going in the door? Is everyone going in the door?
Is
I mean-
everyone standing in the room?
I have no problems with everybody going in, but if we want to split up, are you guys willing to go and just slice some necks?
If you take Doc, I'll hang back with Valine, but
I'm going. I don't give a shit who comes with me. I'm
I
just gonna
will
go. I
go
opened up the
with
door
you.
and I'm walking through.
You're all standing in the room debating this. You open up the door and the snow starts up again, and all four of you are teleported there.
Hmm.
You don't actually walk through the door. When you open the door,
Doesn't
it
matter.
takes everyone in the room.
Fair enough.
You're
I
standing
get it.
outside the
Oh,
camp.
we're here.
You hear arguing inside. The wind is blowing. The blizzard is nasty.
Yep. And I
What
run
do you
down.
do?
Run down. Open up the flap.
No! Whoa! Ah! That's your emissaries of the Frost Maiden.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe you
Um,
can explain to this young man. Help me
Yep.
out.
It's got to be done. Sorry, kid.
Oh,
This kid looks horrified. What?
I'm gonna go over and just.
That?
I'm gonna go over, grab one, knife to the throat, drop him. Go over to the next one, knife to the throat, drop him. I'm gonna do that for all four.
wait, math.
Wait, one second. You put the knife to the throat to the first one, Aronan,
Uh-huh.
and Aronan, there's snow that envelops him and he disappears. There's three of them still standing there. You don't get to kill all
That's
four of them.
different.
Aronan, it's dark where you are. You can't recognize up from down. You're not cold, you're not warm, you're just somewhere.
Hmm. Can I ask the older elder or the older gentleman who was arguing if he recognizes us?
No.
So we weren't just here just a minute ago.
No.
Okay.
He looks confused.
And Doc's gonna go over and as mercifully as possible take out one of the elders with the axe.
Okay.
Clean cut neck.
All right. When you do that, you swirl up into a thing of snow, and similar to Aronan, you're in a lightless, soundless place. You're not warm or cold, just kind of floating.
Aronan, are you here?
Nothing.
Crixus will look at Valine.
And she pulls out her wand and magic missiles one. And snow. And as the snow's like coming up from their feet and waist, she looks at you and just kind of shrugs.
All right, and I'll do the same thing with a sacred flame then, and just snuff out the life of one of
you
them.
snapped him?
Oh, he did a sacred flame.
No, like the gauntlet.
Oh. The Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos snap.
You all appear back in the room.
Is there anything else in this room?
Nope, you're back in the room where you opened the door.
Oh, okay.
There's no sign whether or not you passed or failed.
Well, shit. All right, no, I'm just throwing my hands up in the air and I go to the southwest one.
As you head to the southwest one, do you, Crixus?
Yeah, follow.
Doc, you
Go
guys
with.
follow? Yeah.
I follow Doc wherever he
Follow
goes.
Above this door in this room is the word ervation. It looks like the front end of it has been kind of scraped off or fallen off, like a chunk of ice fell out of the banner that had a word above it.
You guys ready to ervate?
Yeah, let's ervate the hell out of this.
You open the door and the
Been asked
snow,
to ervate in a while.
your snowstorm starts around you, and it all kind of settles very quietly. Your vision clears, and you find yourself at the edge of a camp under a clear sky. There are no fires, there's no sign of life. All you hear is the flapping of the tents as the wind hits them.
The exact same
So-
encampment?
Make a perception check.
Eight.
Nope, it doesn't. You can't tell. You can't
Remember when
tell
we
whether
used to
it's
roll above a
the same
10?
or not. Yeah, right.
Days long.
It's a good thing you guys aren't faced with any doors that are tough to open at this point. But as you're looking around, trying to tell whether or not this is the same camp, you see dozens of corpses, half buried in snowdrifts. And it becomes quite clear to you that there was a massacre that took place here fairly recently, as there's still blood on the snow. You hear the squawking of buzzards coming from the middle of the camp, and you can actually see there's about a half dozen vultures picking at two bodies outside one of the larger tents in the camp.
All right. I'm going to shrug my shoulders and say, let's figure this dumb shit out. Start walking down.
Is there any other sounds besides the vultures?
The flapping of the tents and stuff. As you get closer, the vultures actually turn to you guys and look, and they recognize you, notice you, and then they go back to picking at the body. Seems to be a feminine form, long hair coming out from the hood of the cold weather gear. The gear has been splayed open and they're pulling bits and pieces, muscle and sinew and stuff out of the body.
Doc will pull out his horn and just blow a general horn blast to see if there's anybody around, to let them know, like, let us know you're alive if there is anybody, and kind of, and then yell.
It is very quiet. As you listen, you actually can hear, like, it's a very still night. There's no storm or whatsoever. It's a clear sky. You can hear the vultures actually pulling pieces of flesh away from the bone, and you hear when their beaks hit the bone and stuff.
Gross. Yeah, that's kind of gross.
Crixus will take Valine with him and check the tents, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
go
nearest tent.
Start searching some tents.
How many buzzards are there?
6. Are you doing anything, Doc?
I'll start walking towards the buzzards.
Okay. What are you doing, Aronan? You're going with Valine and Crixus to start investigating tents?
Yeah, I'm gonna start searching.
Okay. You look like you may be getting up. Yes?
Yeah, I gotta take care of the dogs.
Okay. Do that. Aronan wanders off to inspect one of the tents off, one of the smaller tents off to the side. Crixus, you and Valine open which tent? Any tent? Do you want to go to the larger one, or do you want to go to the smaller ones?
Start with the largest tent and descend, okay. I guess.
Make a perception check as you're
15?
15? Yeah, as you're searching through this tent, you hear just faintly a whimpering. Sounds like maybe a child or something crying.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, wherever that whimpering is, I gotta figure out where that's coming from.
You explore, you follow the sound, and you find there's a pile of blankets, and you kind of pull the pile of blankets back, and actually dug into the snow under the blankets is this little alcove with this 9-year-old boy laying in there. Now, it strikes you as funny because he's barefoot. He's got what amounts to as capri pants on. And he has kind of a shawl with a hood on, and is like a tunic and some pants that have fur-lined edges, but the fur looks like it's more for decoration. And he doesn't have any gloves on, and he's just kind of sitting there, but he doesn't seem to be fazed by it. His feet don't look like they're frostbit or frozen or anything. And he just kind of looks up at you with tear-stained eyes. He says, "Are they gone?"
Are you talking about the vultures, child? They remain.
No. I was talking about the other tribe. They were coming here to murder our tribe, murder my mother and me. I think he wanted to take over the tribe, and it just went bad, and we all fought back, and they killed us all.
I'm so sorry, young man. It appears he was successful. There are not many, if any, alive.
Okay. Okay. And he just kind of grabs his knees, starts crying again, and buries his head in his knees.
I turn to Valine and I say, "Could we find this boy some shoes?"
He looks up at you and he goes, "I don't need shoes. The cold doesn't bother me. I've been blessed by Arl." At least
Quite
that's
a blessing.
That's what my mother says. It's like sand to me. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere, but
Indeed. That is quite a blessing. I mean, I don't think the 9-year-old should stay here, but I don't know where we'd take him.
Yeah, let's... I don't know what this trial is, so we might as well take him with us.
At that point, you hear a growl from outside the tent. Aronan, you come out of the small tent you were looking at.
Oh, I'm not with them? Okay.
No, you weren't. You weren't with them. You went off to a small tent to explore yourself. You didn't find anything in that tent. Found a couple of noisy, yappy dogs.
Accurate.
You
not really
come
hunting dogs, more like, lap dogs.
Yeah. You come out of the tent and you see you turn and see a dire wolf near the chief's tent. And you see Crixus Doc walking towards the vultures.
I'm gonna yell to Doc to get his attention and pull out my dagger and short sword.
When you yell to Doc and you pull your dagger and short sword, the vultures kind of head up and they look around and they see the wolf and they take off to the air. All 6 of them. Also, noticing Doc approach. All of that kind of happens. Actually, Doc, let's back up to you. Do you do anything to the vultures? Because you'd have a chance to do something to the vultures while they're exploring and this conversation happened.
Doc would be approaching them slowly, trying to figure out what's going on, knowing this is maybe real, maybe not, some kind of a test. So it probably would have taken him twice as long to get there. But I've definitely been looking to see if there was anything out of the ordinary besides vultures eating dead bodies.
Doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary. It looks like a very, very gruesome episode of National Geographic on vultures. They are giant vultures. That becomes apparent as you get closer to them. They're about the size of you, each one of them. So you think better of just jumping in there and attacking, but there isn't anything fishy about it. It seems very natural what is happening there. So at that point, as you're observing it, and Aronan yells to you and kind of points at the wolf, they look up and they take to the sky, which is a mess of feathers and flapping wings in front of you suddenly. And you call out, and when you call out, Aronan, Doc, or Crixus, you and Valine hear him call out, and there's a sudden howl from this wolf very close by.
I mean, alright, so Crixus will look outside the tent at the wolf. Is it a normal wolf?
You peek outside the tent, and you look outside the tent, and the wolf seems to be circling the camp. And he sees Aronan when Aronan yells, and he moves one tent further, and you got a really good look at him. He's a huge-ass dire wolf. And he looks at Aronan, levels his gaze at him, and says, "Just give me the child."
I'm gonna...
Aronan, you have no clue what he's talking about.
I'm gonna look around at Doc and say, well, this can't be good.
I'm a full-grown man.
I'm gonna
Just
shake my
because
head.
I'm short doesn't mean I'm a child.
I don't think he's
They did
talking
not
about
eliminate. They did not eliminate the child. Give me the child.
you.
I would like to see the asset.
Oh,
Sorry, I had to go there. I kept saying the child, and that made me think Mandalorian.
give me
back
my son.
What makes you think we have... Give me back my son. What makes you think we have a child? And B, what are you going to do with the child?
Kill him.
And 3, why do you need to do this?
I cannot leave him alive. They were supposed to kill his mother and him. The tribe was supposed to be ours. I was supposed to be king.
Clearly that worked out for you. Yeah.
So if
It's probably in
Crixus
your...
says, if this was a test of cruelty, we would give the boy to the wolf. It is not.
Can I hear what Crixus is saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna yell back to
Doc's
Crixus.
gonna be making his way towards the dire wolf, but looking around, thinking wolves travel in packs. So where's the rest of them? And he's gonna be real wary about getting caught from behind.
Okay, so you're looking around, keeping an eye out for other wolves.
I'm gonna yell to Crixus. Do you have a child in there I should be concerned about?
There is a boy.
His head snaps to Crixus. Give me the boy.
I'm going to heroic
My
run
patience
at...
is running thin.
I'm gonna heroic run at the direwolf with sword like this, dagger out in front like this.
All right,
Like, kind
roll
of like
initiative.
Like a monk.
You're going to start a fight, roll initiative.
Yeah. God damn it, 20.
16.
I got to find his...
Somebody roll better than me.
19.
They gotta take your dexterity down and notch your 3.
No.
What is
Rolling
your
2s all
dexterity
day.
modifier, Crixus?
What, I'm sorry?
What's your dex modifier?
0.
Okay, so,
I'm sorry, -1. It is -1, if that matters.
Crixus. What did you have for initiative, Doc?
16.
16. Oh, wow. Valine is not doing well. And then see Doc, Aronan. Say, okay, Aronan, continue your... I just wanted the initiative order. You can continue your charge and make a single swing at him if you like. That's what you were doing, right? You're charging to swing?
Not necessarily to swing. I was
Okay, so
charging to
okay.
see what he was going to do.
Okay, so you charge. Where do you stop?
I stop in front of Crixus's tent. And I get into a monk fighting stance.
He gets in a very defensive position as you start charging, and then watches as you move in front of the tent. He's at the back side of the tent line.
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of watches you as you go to the front of the tent and guard the tent. So the child's in the tent.
Maybe.
That's fine. And he charges the tent and jumps onto the top of the tent, which Valina's still inside the tent, and so is the child. So he jumps on the tent and blindly swings at the tent itself.
I did not see that coming.
Let's see.
Smart tactic.
I
Hey,
gotta get
yeah,
some
yeah, that's...
things here. And then let's see. So he has to roll an attack roll. Roll an attack roll. Oh, I need one more set of stats here. Son of a biscuit. I got too many windows open.
I feel like we probably shouldn't have told him where the child was.
Might have been a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, it was a terrible idea.
There we go. There she is.
I had nothing to do with it.
I
She
should have
ends
went
up.
and ran in front of a different tent.
He ends up swinging and hitting Valine inside the tent. He swings his claws quickly into the tent, and let's do this. That's one. What is that? I hate that it rolls in the. D&D Beyond, have the dice roll
It's
from
small.
the bottom to the top. Good
It's
lord.
a small number.
2. Okay, I misses. Thank you. That's my one thing. Either move that damn menu thing to the upper right corner, or have the dice roll from the bottom to the top so that it never hides behind something. Sure. And I'm actually probably going to write them a letter about it. Third attack. That
You
one
write
would
that
hit.
letter.
Well, it's not going to be mean. It's going to say, hey, here's a suggestion.
I want it to be pen and paper, and you should mail it.
Snail mail, yeah.
Telegraph.
So he hits
Pony
on
Express.
2 of them. So it's D4 for each. 2
We need battle music.
and 1. And that's plus 6. So 9. And then plus 10. So 19 plus. Ooh, ouch! 38 points of slashing damage as he swings through with his claws 3 times.
Crap.
Yeah.
The Valine.
Yes. Yep. To Valine. So Valine takes 38 points of slashing damage. Oh, this will be interesting. I got tracker stuff now too.
And that was through the tent. Do we know that she's injured, other than maybe she screamed?
She yelled. She yelled. You'll know that.
I'm gonna guess that it tore a hole in the tent. So
Yeah. It tore a hole in the tent. You can see Valine standing there. She's got these large scrapes across her inner armor. Crixus, it is your go. You see the
all right,
wolf attack the
Crixus
tent.
is going to. Oh boy. All right, so Crixus is first gonna yell, "Stay in the hole, boy!" And then I'm going to 3rd level guiding bolt at the wolf.
What kind of hotel is this?
I want to see a big number on your attack.
$18 to hit.
Yes, 18 hits.
Cool. $19 damage and advantage on the next attack.
19 damage. Excellent.
So, since I didn't do an attack on my turn, can I use an action? Or was
You haven't technically had your turn.
Okay.
I was giving you an opportunity to get an extra swing in the combat.
I gotcha.
because you are the one that initiated the combat. So,
Okay.
but your turn's coming up here in a minute. And we have Doc and then you. Crixus, anything else you'd like to do? You have a bonus action yet, I think.
I will move up into melee range with the dire wolf and
Right.
stand between the point at which I last knew the boy to be and
Okay.
the wolf.
And you can get there. The tent itself is difficult terrain, so it takes all your movement to actually get there because it's a collapsed tent and there's stuff underneath.
Yeah, I mean, that clearly makes sense.
Yeah. All right, then we move on to Doc.
All right. Doc, he was walking, and now he's going to. Doc would be within 25 feet of the wolf?
Yes, you could get.
Okay.
If you stayed on the outside of the tent, came from that center spot around to the outside. I don't have a map for this. I'm sorry.
Definitely want to be in an opposite direction to kind of get his attention elsewhere.
You would be on the opposite side of him. You would basically flank him with Crixus, and you wouldn't be standing in the tent at all.
That would be the plan. At this point, not seeing that it's only one combatant, probably not raging. So advantage on the first attack is how this works with Guiding Bolt.
Yes.
Correct.
Come on, big numbers. Almost a crit. 24 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. All
Second
right.
attack. Also a 24 to hit.
Nice.
I'm going to re-roll that too, because I get to. If it will let me. That's better. 11 plus 3 is 14.
What allows you to reroll the 2?
My fighting style of great weapon fighting, I can reroll a 1 or 2 on a damage dice with melee weapons.
Awesome.
Wielded with 2 hands.
Perfect. All right.
And I don't. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge since we can probably take a short rest after we finish these tests. So let's hope for good. Ooh, should be okay. 18 hits.
Yep.
Good. That's good. 13 damage.
Another 13 damage. Excellent.
And the last one is 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Oh, nice.
All right. And 11 damage.
11 damages. Nice. Yeah, he's looking bloodied. Nice job, Doc.
And that's all Doc's doing.
Yeah, Aronan. You charge to the front of the tent, and you are now looking at him. He's about 15 feet away from you in the tent. Collapsed tent. You could get there with your 30 feet of movement.
Yep.
Actually, you have a little bit more than that being a monk, don't you? No.
Yeah, I get 40 feet.
40, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely jumping at him and swinging with my short sword.
Yeah. Don't forget your sneak attack damage because you have friends in melee with him.
11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
Then I'm gonna stab at him with the dagger.
Stranger.
Come on, stranger. 16 to hit.
16 hits. And then this is... It's 1 damage, but he gets sneak attack because it's his first hit.
Yep. I should be able
Correct.
to because yep.
And it
1
hit with a
melee weapon.
with a
Finesse melee
sneaky weapon.
Yeah.
Yep.
With a sneaky weapon.
With a sneaky weapon. Finesse weapon, I think is what he's looking for.
Yeah,
good.
There's a word there.
So I rolled
Total
a
is
1 for my
16.
I rolled a 1 for my damage, and then I rolled 16, almost perfect on my.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah,
Your
that-
footing, when you first got up to him, your footing was a little off because of the tent, and it like slipped off a box, and your sword kind of went past, and you're like, son of a, and it just went straight in with the stranger and pierced his side. Valine is going to... What is she going to do? She's a little pissed. She's kind of standing with a tent draped around her where he tore through it.
How's she looking?
She's not good at all. She is going to... what is the range on this? Oh, nice. She's making a melee spell attack against him. So what is her modifier? I gotta figure that out. Sorry. Her spell modifier is +6. Okay. She makes a melee spell attack against him. Her. She misses him. Which sucks for her. Let's see, that was... Does she have a cantrip she can do?
Was her action a
spell?
was it a bonus action or a spell? Was her spell a bonus action or an action?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because if the spell was an action, I don't think she can bonus action cantrip. But if the spell was a bonus action...
Oh, it's probably not a bonus action. It's probably an action. Yeah, it was an action. So she, yeah, she's gonna hold where she is. Let's see, she's standing in front of him. Yeah, she's gonna hold tight because he doesn't seem to be paying as much attention to her anymore. Because you guys kind of wailed on him. Alright, cool. So she holds tight. It moves back to him. I need to...
Did the boy get a turn? Maybe he has Dimension Door.
You don't see the boy. You guys still don't know what boy... You guys don't know what the boy is talking about.
Suddenly the fireball comes from the sky.
Yeah, right. The wolf looks around a bit and then decides to jump at Doc and go after Doc. Because Doc did a boatload of damage to him. That's what he did.
30, 40. I think I did 46.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a lot.
First attack is...
I only get to do that once per combat, or once per short rest.
First attack is an 11.
Miss.
Second attack is a... What is that? My thing keeps going. That's a...
Oh, it's higher than 16,
25.
so hit.
It's a 25. Okay.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Then I need to do...
Nah, I'm gonna miss you guys.
Yeah, this will get interesting now. That is 7 points of piercing damage plus... an additional 12 points of piercing damage. So 19 points of piercing damage total. That's all his attacks. He's got no bonus action, so we move to Crixus.
Alright, so Crixus will
This may time out
simply
perfectly.
take an attack with the hand axe.
Yep.
And 25 to hit.
25 does hit. It's a good hit.
And it is... Oh, best I can do is 9
9
damage.
Excellent.
And then I think I'm gonna use my bonus action here. Just not sure what I can do. And I will use my bardic inspiration and give Aronan an extra D6 for 10 minutes.
Okay. That's attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks. Correct? I can go for any of those three.
Yeah, once
All right.
per can roll a d6 and add it after the roll.
Yep. All right. Then we move on to Doc.
Point of clarification, just so that I know what I'm supposed to do here. Does Nas count as a creature right now?
Nas is not a creature. Nas is an entity inside your head.
Does the Weasel count as a creature?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Who's closer, the Weasel or the Wolf? To me. I think the Weasel's on my shoulder.
The Weasel's on your shoulder.
Okay.
Would be, yeah.
All right. Okay, so as you guys see the wolf hit Doc, Doc's eyes kind of flash that cold blue color. And
similar to what you
Doc
saw in the skeletons.
Yeah, and Doc is going to make an attempt to attack the Weasel on his shoulder. I have no idea if there's a modifier I should be applying to that, because he's on me.
Are you considered grappled? Are you disadvantaged?
I mean, because I'm
I'm
trying to swing an axe backwards.
I'm going to say you don't even need to make a roll. You just need to say you're attacking it. So your first attack, you just grab the Weasel off your shoulder and whipping him off your shoulder, you snap his neck. And it goes poof, disappears into nothingness. You hear Nas inside your head say, "No!" And the next to you is the wolf now.
Okay, then I will attack the wolf. And it's a natural one.
So you snap the neck of this Weasel and you go to attack the wolf and you see, you don't have an action surge, do you?
No, I used it.
You used it already, so that ends your turn.
Yep.
All right, so then we're on to Aronan. Aronan, you saw something strange as this Weasel that's been accompanying you for the last several hours. Doc just decides to snap its neck and kill it, and it goes poof. There's still a wolf in front of you that's dead set pissed off to kill you.
I'm going to yell, "Priorities, Doc," and take a swing with my short sword.
Okay, take a swing with your short sword.
$17.
17 hits.
7 plus. Nice. 7 plus 16 is 23.
23. Excellent.
Then I will use this stranger for 9, and I'm even if I use Doc's, or even if I use Bardic Inspiration, I'm not going to get to him because the best I can do is 15, right?
That could hit.
We don't know. We haven't rolled anything lower than 16, other than much lower.
11.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm using
11
it.
was the next.
14. So yeah.
Total 14.
Yep, total 14.
You mess with this string.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do? Movement? No.
No.
Okay. Let's see. That was Aronan. Valine looks at him and is actually going to try her melee spell attack again. She's a +6 to it. Come on, Valine. You are not helping yourself out, girlfriend. So she's frustrated. She swears. She curses under her breath.
She should feel much shame.
The wolf turns and looks around and fails to recognize it, and in an act of preservation leaves. You all get an AO on him as he tries to flee.
Hell yeah.
Wait. So we're in the trial of ervation.
Yeah.
So should we be preservation his life?
Doc swings 14 to hit.
Just misses.
Well, who are we preserving though?
I don't know.
Aronan, Crixus, Eos. You want to take them or no?
Yep, I am.
Okay.
23 to hit.
Probably the
That
boy,
hits.
right?
For 10 plus... Do I get sneak attack on this still?
Sure. Yep.
10 plus 15 is 25.
25. You deal a deciding blow that eliminates the wolf. The snow swirls around all four of you as you are pulled away out of this and back into the room. Doc, the closest person to you right now.
Would you say 6 seconds go by before that finishes occurring, or is that instantaneous?
No, it's kind of instantaneous. Or maybe
Okay.
only 3 seconds.
Okay.
The closest person to
Sure.
you is Crixus. Closest creature to you is Crixus.
Okay. Am I up in the initiative?
Nope, it's technically Crixus. Crixus, do you do anything? You're in the room.
Crixus turns to Valine and says, "Are you all right there, lass?"
I had some trouble with hitting with my spells. I just wasn't very good in there. I was going to gain some health from him, but could not do that. Doc, it's your turn in the initiative order.
Do we have enough time to do this?
Just roll the die.
All right. I am attacking Crixus. And it's a natural 1.
All right. So Doc takes his axe and swings at Crixus and plants it in the ice in the wall next to it. And we'll pick up there next time.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at him like, ooh, this is going to time out nicely for the end of the show. Something, his eyes,
Doc
you also notice his eyes are
Doc
still
would have a
glowing
second
blue.
attack. Doc would have a second attack, so we'll start with that.
We'll
I
start
guess,
with that
or-
second attack, yeah.
Or since it was a nat 1, the second attack is lost on dislodging it.
Do that too.
Ooh.
Fun stuff.
Yeesh.
No
We'll
offense,
figure out
Crixus,
what the hell's
better
going
you
on
than
with
me.
Doc.
Wow, that was good. All right, that'll do it for today's show. We are Two Nerds, One Quest. That was some really good storytelling there, JC. That was... I have no idea if we're succeeding or not. I have no clue if we're winning or passing.
Feels like we got something figured out. Whether it's the right thing, I don't know.
I mean, we did things. Things happen. But, all right. You can catch the next 2 trials two Sundays? Next Sunday. 2 Sundays.
I am out next Sunday,
You are
but
not next Sunday. Do we want to
I'm
do a review show?
Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll be back next week with something. Maybe we'll just talk
With
D&D
something.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah, it may be a D&D news thing. Hey, at that point, Critical Role Campaign 3 will have started, so maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. Talk a little bit about which one's coming out? It's supposed to be coming out. Fizzbands? Is Fizzbands coming out? Oh god, I saw an awful called an eye drake. It looked like a cross between a beholder and a dragon. That book is going to be amazing.
Is it put out by Apple?
Yeah, right. Eye drake.
what you did there.
Yeah, that's good.
I love it. It's fantastic.
I'll see
All right,
myself
carry us
up.
out of here, Norm.
Yeah.
We'll have
yeah.
something next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. We are Two Nerds One Quest every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, for all you people who are in the know. And if you're not in the know, you are now. Go to bit.ly/ I had it up. bit.ly/ our fun Discord for all of our links and shows and fun stuff, and talk to us and ask us questions and everything that we can do. We could use some fun in the Discord. bit.ly/ our fun Discord.
Come see Plant Lamp's bubbling beer.
Yes, his bubbling beer. Did you know he has bees? I should create a bee corner for him too.
He has bees?
He's a beekeeper.
He's a bee. Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Nice.
He does.
Where does he live? I want to get some honey from him.
California.
Damn, that's a drive to go for honey.
We've got a potential honey connection we can let you know about after.
That would be nice. Yeah, for sure.
On that note, support us any way that you can. Tell other people about the show. Give us some reviews and ratings wherever you get the podcast from, because this is also out in podcast form. Follow the show. Follow the channel. Twitch.tv/TomMNorm. Hit the little heart to follow. Get notified when we go live every Sunday morning. Doesn't cost you a single thing other than a button click. Patreon.com/2nerds1quest. That is another place where you can support us. For as little as $1, you get the podcast a day earlier than everybody else. And it, goes towards the show and helps us for the future modules, future endeavors. So, for me, support the genius Lazy Dragon. For the soon-to-be smacked by the genius, Crixus Cooch. And for the DMJC, we shall catch you next week. Metal horns for the podcast listeners.
Metal fingers play well. Play well.
Yeah.
I had an entire week to think about this. It's
I
been
didn't
rough.
think it would come up so quick. I love it.
Well, I figured that it would have been safe because the wolf had a one-track mind, I thought. So I'm like, oh, okay, this will be fine. And then he dealt him a little too much damage, got his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. My bad.
Yep. Yeah, we'll find out the intricacies.
All right, let's do titles.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in chat, go to that link that I just put in there, tommnorm.showbot.tv. Vote on some titles. I will read some of them out to you. Actually, I'll read them all out to you. Don't have a lot this week, but I was going to name it Wilson. We're the Sims now. Let's ervate. I did not see that coming. Stay in the hole, boy.
Bless you.
It came out of nowhere.
Stay in the hole, boy, it was pretty good.
Yeah. So if you're in chat, follow that link. Click on the title that you want, and it should vote for it. Help us name the show.
I would absolutely love to stay and chat with you all this morning, but I gotta have my children up and ready in the next 15 minutes. So, I will catch you guys later.
Good luck with that.
All right.
Talk this week.
See you next time.
We'll figure out what we're doing next weekend. It'll be something fun.
See ya, man.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff today.
Yes. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, pat yourself on the back.
Thanks a lot, JC.
Yeah.
Oh, my arms are sore from working out yesterday. Like it literally is my whole tricep is just shot.
I'm trying to reach through the camera and pat you on the back.
Thank you. How do I, there we go. How do I get Discord active here? Alright. Catch you guys later.
See ya. I did not see that coming from the wolf jumping on the tent. Is that when that was?
Yep.
That feels like a good title, because it kind of, maybe it applies to other things in the show. I'm going to vote for that to make it a three-way tie.
Nice. Great. Great.
You're gonna have to resolve this one, Tom. I think.
I'm hoping.
All it takes is one person in chat.
Somebody in chat voted.
Oh, I don't have it open anymore. So
I'm guessing it was. I'm guessing it was Scoot and Jack. Oh, damn it! Somebody else in chat voted. I did not see that coming, and I was gonna name it Wilson. Oh, and then they took their vote away.
Bet you. Oh, I was gonna say, bet you did not see that coming.
No, I did not see that coming.
For all of them. All right, there it is.
Vote, vote, vote. I'll leave it open in case that person wants to re-vote.
Oh, I took care of one of the characters that now John doesn't have to play a Weasel. So that's one less on his list of NPCs.
I don't think I'm sad about it, but also this killing a Weasel feels really bad.
It's a Weasel, though. Does it matter?
It's insignificant, and yet Doc's becoming a real asshole.
Hey, man, that's my job.
Yeah, I got too many things going on. I'm possessed and everything. At least your possessor's just looking for plants.
He's pretty quiet too. He's just chilling.
Well, my possession is not even a possession. It's just a character flaw at this point, since nobody wants to fix me.
Is it a flaw though?
I don't think it's a wants to. I think it's a physically able to.
It's almost making you better.
Yeah, you're a self-fulfilling prophecy at its finest.
Yeah, I kind of am. I mean, I don't. At some point, somebody's gonna have to figure it out, right?
Are you gonna be ready to play not as super extreme arrogant Aronan? Because that'll be a character change.
I honestly have no idea.
He solves the problem, and there is literally no difference.
Yeah. I'll be a less douchey version. Well, I'd definitely be less impulsive. Like, the impulsivity is just...
It's good. I like it as the way I play my characters and stuff. I like that impulse. You know, there's so many times where you can spend the entire session just trying to decide if you're going to do A or B, and it's like, nope, gonna do it. Yep, here we go.
Definitely.
Like you were gonna kill all 4 of the elders there.
Running it this way is, it takes a lot of decision out of my hands, because if I'm gonna play being the best and the brightest and the smartest and the strongest and the tallest, whatever, that.
Oh, you added tallest now.
Well,
I mean, I can't complain. I'm a dwarf, but
I'm glad, Scoot and Jack. That makes me happy. He's a piece of work.
One thing I did see, I just thought I wrote, or I was going to write it down, and all I made it to was an asterisk, and I never wrote my note next to it, so glad I remembered. But I did see on one, and I'm sure that there's other ones that do this, but I saw one D&D streaming group that actually had their dice rolls from, I think they were using Roll20 to show their dice rolls. I don't know if you would be able to capture the roll log screen so that the people watching would be able to see all of our rolls as they happen, or if, I don't know if that window would stay open anywhere that you could keep it, kind of like the map on the screen.
Well, let's find out.
So just something to play with if you're ever looking to, because I noticed today especially there was a few times where we didn't say what we rolled because it was yes good or no bad. But
the fact that John can see it, because then he reacts to it right away. So
yeah, just that I don't. Again, they weren't using D&D Beyond for their rolling, so they actually had a static window just for rolls. But I'm not sure if you... And I can't see the screen, so I don't know if you're...
I am going to... Is that it?
So, yeah, if it...
No, that's not what I want.
Just a cool thing I saw. So...
Yeah, I should be able to get... Theory. Oh, window capture. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, there is a lock button on the game log, so you can lock it on your screen, but you'd have to spend screen space to do that.
All right, so here's my D&D Beyond. Let's.
I've got to cut the grass before the Packer game today, guys. I gotta check out.
All right.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Go Pack, go.
See ya.
See
Why
ya.
don't you roll something there, Doc?
Sure, I will roll. I'll roll a wisdom saving throw, because I'm not good at it.
Yep.
And then just... I can't see it because I don't have the window, or I don't have Twitch open. But I will do an unarmed strike and the damage, and see if you can see the...
Yep, I have it up.
I don't know if it did the damage. It does not look like it. It does not look like it rolled. There's the damage.
Yep. So I'm getting it.
So I don't know how big of a space you need for that kind of a screen.
Roll one more time.
What am I good at? I'm gonna try opening a door. Hey, that looks successful.
Yep. So we'll try it next. I do have it being captured. Basically, it's showing my heal, the box underneath it, then my current hit points, my max hit points, and my temp, whatever temp is, my temporary status. But because, that the dice rolls go over the top of that when you roll.
Mm-hmm.
The only one it's not going to show is mine.
Okay.
I'll have to pull up a separate window for mine because mine go.
Again, I have no idea what you've got going on there, but if you wanted to be able to show all of the stuff, you could always create a dummy character and have a dummy character be the one who views the rolls, because then it would show all of the other characters theoretically. If that makes any sense. But again, I think you'd need an extra window to do that.
Yeah, it would show mine and it would show everybody's. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah, I'll just... Oh, damn it, quit grabbing that. I keep grabbing the stupid window.
Mm-hmm.
I can put it right... I don't know.
Yeah, that was an interesting episode.
Mm-hmm.
Moral dilemmas and not knowing what we're supposed to be doing and underthinking, overthinking, and...
I have no idea.
Always good to... Yeah, always good to end on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a natural one, of course.
All right. I hate to say it, but I gotta get going,
I had 3 natural ones. All right. Sounds good.
I should probably...
Is the stream still going, or did we kill